right. So if you are considering a divorce and you believe that your spouse is a narcissist, first, we have to understand that narcissism is a clinical term and sometimes it's misconstrued in divorce. But a common characteristic of a narcissist is somebody that is always looking to push their way and someone that takes no accountability. For example, if they're in a sport, they either have to win or they were cheated. They cannot look at something and say somebody else got the better of them. If that seems to be your spouse, then I just have to tell you right now, you are in a dogfight and it's going to be worse than most people's situation. You have to understand this and you have to start preparing emotionally and financially for a fight. If you're going through a divorce with a narcissistic spouse, it's really important that you got to control what you can control. Your spouse is going to push their agenda and they're going to manipulate you. They're going to manipulate everyone they can in this situation. So it's really important. What can you do? Write everything down to the best that you can. I'm not saying that you shouldn't have any verbal conversations because quite frankly, you should, but it's important that you memorialize conversations immediately. Use Talking Parents, Our Family Wizard, something that's designed for the courts so that way you have a record of what has taken place and it stays there. And you don't have to come back and have that he said, she said argument. It should be in writing. Make sure you have good lawyers by your side because a narcissist is going to try and engage with you. They're going to try and pull you into their world and they're going to try and get you on their level to a spot where they can manipulate you. You see, a narcissist is very good at manipulating people. They know where your weak points are. You've got to avoid it. You got to recognize where do they get you? Where do they take advantage of you? And you have to remove yourself from those situations. Get a good legal team in place and use them. Do not rely upon yourself to take this person on alone because you won't. So let's talk about moving forward after you've completed your divorce. It would be nice to say that that was the last time you ever had to talk to them, but the reality is it's usually not that simple. If you have children, you're going to be seeing this person for many years to come. What you have to do is you have to practice and prepare yourself for those situations when they come about. Depending upon how you feel and the trauma, you might need some professional help. You might need to have some therapists that can help guide you in where you're feeling and how to handle those feelings. Because there are going to be some life events, some events that you cannot just alternate weekends. So when your kids graduate from high school, there's not a graduation on your weekend and a graduation on their weekend. You're going to have to coexist. You're going to have to recognize that there are times and places where you're going to be together. You need to figure out your emotions and figure out where are your breaking points. Don't engage with them for anything you don't have to. If they want to pull you into a battle or talk about things, walk away. Create your out before you even start. And if you know how you're going to step out, it's going to be so much easier when that thing comes about, when you know that they're going to trigger you, then just walk away. So when it comes to custody situations at a narcissist, it's really important that you work on documentation. A narcissist is always going to win. They're always going to be right in every situation. You can never win with them. It doesn't matter if you are right in their world, you cheated them or something else happened that was outside of their control. So it's really important. Your parenting plan should have more detail than a traditional fill-in-the-blank form. A traditional fill-in-the-blank form should never be used if you're dating or you're married or breaking up with a narcissist because they don't play by the rules. You need someone that understands where these things are going to come about. You need someone that understands the level of detail that you need in a parenting plan. So that way, when they violate it, it's not a matter of if they will violate it. They will violate it because there will come a time where they feel they're entitled to something that they're not. Are you going to hold them to that? That's another challenge that you're going to have to face. You're going to have to decide, is it worth the squeeze? Is it worth going back to court to hold them accountable? What I would recommend you do is document everything, okay? Create a Google Sheet, a Google Doc, something that's cloud-based that you will have access to at any point in time. When they make violations, document it. If they're 10 minutes late, document it. If they're 15 minutes early, document it. Because you're going to say, well, should I go back for 15 minutes? Maybe not. But if you have a whole list of things that they have been doing over a period of time and you're recording it in real time, When you go back to court, your case is going to be so much more impactful when you've got this whole list of things, because I can promise you they're not doing the same. Because what they're going to do is they're going to come into court, and every time you bring something up, they're going to try and say, no, that's not true. I wasn't late. I was early. There was a train in the way. It doesn't matter. They're going to have excuse after excuse. But if you've got this documented list and it's ready to go, your case is going to look so much stronger to the judge when you're presenting your evidence. If you're divorcing a narcissist, it's important. This is not something to mess around with. I try to be very fair and tell people sometimes you don't need an attorney. But if you're divorcing a narcissist and you have anything at stake, you need someone in your corner. Give us a call. We'll create a plan of action and help get you through it.